Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is This Day and Age with Lesedi. Guys, today I'm coming to you with a story time that I'm not happy at all. I am not happy. I'm literally scared for being a female, for being South African, for staying in South Africa at this day and age. Today is a Friday, the 9th of October 2020. It's a Friday. I decided I'm gonna go to the mall after work to do my groceries. So what had happened is that I left my place at around 5:30. So I got to the mall at around 5:45. I went to Discam. I went to Discam at Eastgate Mall. I went to Discam and I got to, I was checking my makeup. Then I was looking for my makeup and other things that I usually buy at Discam. So that would be my cosmetics and everything. So when I got there, I was not followed. I saw this other guy who's colored. I'm not trying to, be racial or anything. I'm just naming the facts. So I saw this other guy who's colored and he looked like a hobo or he sleeps in the street. He was not clean. So he kept on asking people money, No, he didn't. When I saw him, he was not asking people money. But he kept on being around wherever I was, So I was just like, he's a hobo anyway, Just minded my own business. And then from there, after that, because it was getting late, I went to Checkers to actually do my groceries. And then when I got to Checkers, I went towards the very left side of Checkers in Eastgate. I went to the left side to get my eggs. When I got to that side, the same guy who was a hobo, who was at Discam with me, who didn't talk to me when I was at Discam, was like to me, he's like, can you please give me money? And I was like, I don't have money. And then he started being aggressive about that. He was like, he started swearing. I don't want to swear. Didn't mind him. I was just like, do what you're here for. Get your groceries. I left him there on that side of the shop and I went to the right side of the shop. And then on my way there, I keep on going in and out of aisles. And then this other guy who's wearing all black, who's also colored, came towards me. And then I started seeing this guy a lot too. And I was like, no. And then now I was like, okay, maybe I'm being paranoid with what is happening in the world, especially in South Africa, in terms of trafficking and kidnap. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm seeing things or I'm imagining things. So I was like, let me go to this aisle, leave this aisle without taking anything and see if I'll see this guy again. And then I went to the other aisle. When I got there, the guy follows me. When I'm halfway into the aisle, the guy, he's like standing at the beginning of the aisle. And then when I'm halfway, and then he comes into the aisle and I'm like, what's going on? And then I go to the next aisle. He does the same thing. The guy is wearing all black, and the way he's looking at me, guys, there is a way, like, I know I was looking good today, thank God. But then, when someone is looking at you with that interest, like you're looking good, and when someone is staring at you in a scary and a creepy way, and that's the way the guy was staring at me. And I was just like, hi, Bo, what's going on? And then I went to the other aisle. When I got there, this guy comes again. And now he's standing right in front of me. He passes and steps. Literally, this guy passed and stood 2 feet away from me. And I was like, and then I called my boyfriend immediately. I'm like, love, there's a guy who's following me here at Checkers. He's like, where are you? I'm like, at Eastgate. He was like, okay, stay right there. What is he doing? I tell him the things that he's been doing. And then he's like, okay, stay right there. I'm coming. Stay inside the shop, but I'm coming. And then immediately when I drop my phone, he steps forward next to me. He's like, why are you telling your boyfriend that I didn't even do anything to you? With anger, And I'm like, Haibo, what's wrong with this guy? If you're not planning to do anything to me, why does it bother you that I'm telling my boyfriend? Because I'm not feeling safe. Literally, guys, I was shaking. And immediately when you're going through something like that, your body just becomes so shocked that what you normally do, you wouldn't do. Trust me. So what happens is, I don't answer this guy as he comes to me and asks me that. And then I was like, should I give him the power and walk away, or should I continue with my shopping? But guys, I'm not gonna act like a staring here. I was shit scared. I was so scared that I just took I pushed my trolley, literally walked very fast out towards the other side where there was a guy, the first guy, because now I was on the far right by the spices, and now I was going back to the left and almost in the middle where there are veggies. If you know Eastgate, checkers that is at Eastgate, you'd know. And then when I was going there, he literally followed me like fast now, and it was around 6:30 at that time. No, it was around like 6:10 at that time. And then now I'm like, and it's like, it's getting dark, so people in the shop are more few. Like at that side, it was people were few on that side. So by the time I walk fast, like towards the other side, running away, literally running away from this guy, he came behind me until I don't know when he stopped. Because when I was passing by the wines going up to like the tails, when I looked back, he was no longer there. I waited by the fruits there, and I was just waiting because that's where a lot of people are. I was like, I was just waiting for my boyfriend here. And then I waited there, and after like 30 minutes, because when I called my boyfriend called me again. He's like, love, I'm stuck at the traffic. I didn't know there was traffic with the route that I took, but I'm coming, just stay safe. And then he kept on calling me. And then I was like, okay, when my boyfriend told me after about 15 minutes I was waiting, I was like, okay, let me move. After some time, like my boyfriend dropped, and I was like, okay. And then I waited for another 10 minutes, and then I was like, okay, I think the guy has moved. Let me try and, gather things there, because I was not done with my shopping. I was like, I'm sure he's out of the shop. And then when immediately, guys, I moved from that spot and I went to the glasses on the other side, this guy shows up again. He literally showed up again, and then he was like, all right, sis. He has the guts to ask me that after whatever happened on the other side. He's like, all right, sis. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Trust me, I didn't say with this attitude. I was timid. I don't know. And then he was like, he's like, are you all right, sis? Meaning, are you fine? And I was like, yes, I'm fine. And then he looked at me with that staring evil eye, and then he smiled. You know that smile? Horror movies when someone is about to be killed and they smile like like that evil thought. Guys, it was bad, it was sad, it was scary. And then he looked at me, he smiled, and then not smile, he grinned, or whatever that evil smile that he gave me, and then he went. And now I'm standing by the till waiting to go and pay. And then before I could realize, just with a minute when I was thinking, okay, he's gone. And then he came back again, and then he passed and went to the other side. And then from there, I just paid my things. And then before I could go, so I was waiting because there was a smaller Nyala queue. I think there were two people in front of me. So they were just next to the till, and I made a space in between us so that people can be able to pass. And I stood at the beginning of an aisle. So after he asked me if I'm fine and green, and then came back and left, he went all the way to the back of the aisle, and I was at the beginning of the aisle, he was at the end of that aisle, staring at me with that creepy evil eye again. And I was just like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, what is so wrong? And then I just paid my bills, I paid my groceries, and I stood right in front of that cashier, and I was just waiting for my boyfriend to arrive. He told me he was outside. By the time I moved again, I was looking for him, and now he left. And my boyfriend wanted to go in the shop, and I was just like, it's fine. Let's just leave. I don't want to see what he wanted to do. Guys, it's not safe out there. I don't know what that guy intended. Looking at the statistics that are happening where girls are being kidnapped daylight, I even at some point at the mall, I was asking myself in that shop, I was asking myself, am I still at the mall, or I'm somewhere where I exposed myself to this danger that I'm feeling right now? And I was literally shaking when I was in that shop. Guys, it is not safe out there. I know now I don't know where to be, because sometimes you look at the circumstances where the girl was found and you're like, I pray that you were not there. I just wish you were not there. Maybe had you been at a safer spot, you would have been saved. But guys, that is not true. I was literally at the mall. I had planned to Uber myself back because I knew that I was gonna take long at the mall, like buying groceries the time I had left at. But guys, I think that was their advantage. So guys, it's not safe out there. I don't know what that guy intended. I just thought of the worst, because things happen that in times where you least expect it, at places you least expect them to happen. People are killed every day, people are kidnapped every day, girls are found dead bodies are found every day that we're living in. Guys, it's not safe out there. I'm still shook. Hooray, this could happen on a daylight. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this video. Thank you to all my new subscribers, and thank you guys who are following me on my Instagram pages and so other social medias, because I'm not okay.